Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you are doing so very well. I know I was wearing this sweater in my last video. You can deal. I just really like this sweater. Okay. I received a book for review on my Kindle, and it was Find Me, I'm Yours by Hilary Carlip, if you can see that right there. And what's really unique about this book is that there's a bunch of websites and like art and interactive stuff that you can do, and I vlogged my experience reading this book, so I'm gonna play those for you now, and then I will give you a little bit of a review at the end. Roll clip. Hey guys, I'm here with my vlog for Find Me, I'm Yours for chapters 1 through 5. The first chapter was kind of like an intro chapter. It wasn't really a story chapter, but it kind of introduced you to the main character, which I really liked that idea, giving a little bit of background on the character before you just jump right into the story. There are a lot of pictures. I don't know if you can see that. I like that, but I also don't. Like at the very beginning there were just a lot of pictures, like almost too many. As I've been going on, it gets a little bit more spread out. The website stuff though is so cool and so impressive. There's links to different websites and different things inside the text, and you just click the link and it takes you to a website. This one was super impressive because it was something that the narrator did every week. So the author either made or had to have made these collages and then wrote blog posts for each of them, and then there's comments from like people in the novel on each of the blog posts, which is so much work but so awesome. There's also a Tumblr, which was really cool, and adding in new media. Some of the phrases, however, that are like new media, there's some hashtags in there and some phrases that would only be understood by this generation. That's cool and good, but it's gonna be outdated really fast, so I'm not sure how I feel about those. The dating profile videos, you'll see them. They're hilarious. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the narrator, Max. She's hashtag, she's kind of slut-shaming her roommate. She's also using abbreviations, which I'm not really loving, but we'll see if she grows on me. We'll see if I end up liking her. In the end, the mystery is kind of hooking me. It's getting me. I really like the whole video thing. That's a really interesting concept, and the guy is super attractive. But I also feel like going to get this camera and like following this guy from a Craigslist ad is a little bit sketch. I'll see you when I'm done with chapter 10. Alright, I have finished chapters 6 through 10, so I'm gonna talk about them real fast and show you some cool things. I still don't really like that she's basically slut-shaming her roommate. I don't like it at all. Her roommate might be obnoxious, but she's calling her a slut and a whore, and that's not okay with me. Max, gotta learn. Don't call girls sluts and whores. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't do it ever. I'm like being pulled in two different directions because Max's narrating voice is really obnoxious to me, but the story is so interesting. So it's kind of like, I just gotta bear with it to figure out what happens, because I gotta know. I got to know. So now we're getting into some websites that have some clues to that dude. I liked the dog parks one because you can kind of like go along with her and try to figure out what the clue on the website is. It feels like you're interacting with the novel and you kind of play along. And that's it. I'll see you guys when I finish chapter 15. Signing out. Hey guys, I'm back. I kind of didn't realize how many chapters were in this book, so I'm gonna switch from vlogging every 5 chapters to vlogging every 10 chapters. First things first, there's another person on the hunt, which I was not expecting. I thought it was just gonna be Mags doing the hunt, but there's another girl, so this is a time-sensitive matter. I just am still extremely impressed with all these websites. Like, there's content, so much content on each website. How? That's so much work. That's just awesome. Also, they listed bookstores that sell her Zine, so I'm wondering if you can like actually get them in LA. That would be really cool. I really like all the descriptions of LA because I'm not from LA, but I feel like if I lived there, I would like know exactly all the different places that she was talking about. So I really like that about this book as well. It's also really interesting that all the websites have a contact form. Is that gonna come into play later? Who knows? Max tends to skip work a lot, so I don't know how I feel about that either, because I feel like that's a bad example. And she also is like ragging on her boss and her coworkers all the time, just like, girl. Another thing Max does in the books is that she like has lists. You can't really see it, but you can see like there's different fonts, but she has like lists all the time. It's just really interesting, and it adds a different element that I really like. I really like her nail art that she has a couple times throughout the book. I really like that. I'll leave you guys to see that. I won't spoil you on that, but her nail art is really cool. I'm jealous. I can't do that. But this website, I really liked the Delicatessen Truck website because it's a one-page website. Instead of having 4 links and a menu bar, it's like a one page that you scroll down and everything is on this one page. I like that there's a different even style of website that she does. So cool. And that's it for now. I will see you after chapter 30. Time for another Find Me I'm Yours vlog. And as these vlogs get a little later and later, things will become a little bit more vague on my part because I don't want to give away the entire plot. But I will still talk about things I think are cool. First thing, some of these clues are freaking ridiculous and I would never, ever in a million years figure them out. They have definitely transitioned to being a lot harder. There was also like a phone number that you can call and you can hear what someone is like saying and what Mags is hearing, which is ridiculous. The whole thing with her brother and selling her artwork seems a little bit weird and rushed and misplaced. You know, more power to her, she's selling her artwork. Go Mags. She lies a lot, which I'm not really sure how I feel about with Maggie as a main character. Like, I know she's on this hunt, but she really lies a lot, so I'm like, girl, can we not do that? She has an Instagram, which is ridiculous, and then there's also another video of the dude, and the production quality was super high. I think the website that I've liked the best so far is Worship the Brand. So much so that I'm gonna link it down below. Right now my Kindle is dead. I did not realize that when I started filming, so I'll maybe show it at the beginning of the next vlog, but it's like projects that people did involving different kinds of brands, and it's so cool. Like, definitely check out Worship the Brand, really, for real. And that's it. I'll see you after chapter 40. Peace out. Guess who's back? Back to talk about Find Me I'm Yours again. Okay, my Kindle's charged now, so I can show you the Worship the Brand website. It's kind of hard to see, but there's like different artwork. Like, this is a picture made of all candy wrappers. And this website was just really, really cool. So now it's time to talk about chapter 31 through 40. The last clue, following the trend of being ridiculous and ridiculously tough. Serious, so tough. Also, did the guy who put this whole thing together, did he pay for all the stuff that she had to do? Because that's a lot of money. I guess that's dedication, but that's a lot of money. And there's some drama. I'm not really gonna say what the drama is because spoilers, but there was some drama, some major drama. And it was like everything happened at once, like everything bad all happened at once, and I was just like, where is all of this coming from? Everything bad's happening. Also, her brother like made her a website with a domain name like in an hour, and I was like, how did that happen? How does he have money to buy a domain name and hosting when he doesn't have money to do anything else? Mysteries of life. I'm not sure how I feel about Mark now. Not sure. He seems a little slimy now. I liked him at first, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll see you again after chapter 50. Ding. Back to talk about chapters 41 through 50. All the stuff that Maggie was talking about with branding with the wisp was really funny. When you read the book, you'll find out what I'm talking about, but it was really, really funny, especially as a marketing major. I loved that part. It's interesting how some of the characters that she was like really like ratting on earlier aren't as bad as you thought they were. Like, her mom is not that bad. And I'm also curious to see who Maggie ends up with at the end of this book, because I mean, there's the guy with the hunt, and there's also her ex-boyfriend who's been helping her out a lot. There's also Mark. I just am like, who is she actually gonna end up with at the end of this book? And that's it for these 10 chapters. Not a lot, sorry. I am actually gonna combine the next like 14 chapters, because there's 10 chapters and then there's 4 chapters that's like the end of the book and the epilogue. So I'm just gonna combine all of that together and do one last vlog. So I'll see you after I'm done with the book. All right, I'm done with the book, I'm done. So let's talk about my last couple non-spoilery thoughts. I like that they brought her dad in. I'm not really gonna say how all that stuff happens, but I'm glad he ends up showing up. And also throughout the book, and really like a lot at the end, there's been a lot of street art, and I really, really like how that ties in and how that ties into her like story. It's really, really neat. Everything's like tying together, which is crazy. Like, all these clues from the beginning are tying into things at the end, and I just love it. I love how this mystery is unraveling and things are just all connected. I'm glad that she's starting to like appreciate Sherry as a person and not be terrible when she talks about her. I really am glad that that's finally happening. The thing that happens in the video that you find out that I'm not gonna say cause spoilers, but are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now it's the home stretch, the last couple chapters. I'm glad like everybody came together to help her in the end, so it was like you got to see like a final run through of everybody together, and it was wonderful. And the hunt ends. And I will say, I called it. I can't really say what I called without completely giving away the ending, but I called it yes. And the epilogue was so good, so fresh, just such a good end to this book. And that's it for my vlogs. Stay tuned and then I will talk about my thoughts, give a review. We did it, guys, we did it. High five. So, this book, overall, I enjoyed it. The websites were really, really cool and really well done. That part of this book was phenomenal, unparalleled, really, really neat, and obviously a lot of work went into those websites, which made me appreciate them all the more. There was also like a phone number and an Instagram account for the main character, and just like so many interactive things that was really, really cool. For some things that I did not like the main character's narrating voice at the beginning. I grew to like it a little bit more towards the end, but especially at the beginning, and really for the majority of the book, she was just really obnoxious to me. She abbreviated her words, she used hashtags, and I was like, please stop, no, let's not do that. Her art was really cool, but I didn't like her narrating voice and how she just like lied about a lot of stuff and how she talked down about a lot of people. I grew to like her a little bit at the end. She got a lot better with her narrating voice, or maybe I just got used to it, but I just had to like jump that hurdle with reading this book at first. The actual like plot story was really interesting and drew me in. That is why I like stuck with this book. I was like, I have to know what happened. It's so mysterious and it's unlike anything I've ever read, that there's this guy sending a girl on a treasure hunt to find him, with a lot of clues that were really a lot more difficult than I was expecting. And it took you all over LA and talked about a lot of different parts of LA, which was just really neat. And just the whole, I mean, and I know I mentioned the websites and the interactive part, that was what made this book so unique, so unlike anything else. I know most of you won't have read this, so I'm not really going to talk about some spoilers. I know I left most of those out of the vlog because I don't want anyone to be spoiled for the end of this book or for any part of it. In case you decide to read it and pick it up, I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was like better than a meh, but I didn't like really like it a lot. If you have any other questions about anything else, let me know down below and then we can talk about it. Would you like to read this book? Are you interested in it? I want to talk to you about it down below, and I'll also link some places that you can buy it or go check out the website or whatever. I'll leave all of those links in the down bar. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.